Hey, second test everybody on YouTube. Let's see whether I've actually got this set up right this time. I was a little bit uncomfortable yesterday. I had to spend a long night doing a lot of research into this platform. Loving it so far. Obviously just feeling very different and unsure. As I found out the other night, it's just a question of just ignoring some of the usual cues I look for being a Twitch streamer. So I apologize for the night. So anyways, let's get back to the actual demo here. If you guys ever wonder about the question about is music theory important to your creation process? Hopefully, I want to try and give you a demo here of the simple process of making music, and sometimes that how to say this. Sometimes learning a skill can put something inside of let's call it a metaphorical toolbox. So, for instance, learning music theory, while learning music is a skill, learning to be a musician with an instrument is another skill. Once you add more skills to the toolbox, the better you can be. Can you give me a key and tempo suitable for EDM? Okay. So hopefully this is going to return. Okay. So it's given us an option here of F minor or G minor. So I'm going to take the left option here, which is F minor, and the right option here, which is 130. Okay. Simple as. So what I'm going to quickly do here is I'm going to get my first 8 notes, and then we're going to run a demonstration on basically really, really basic sort of setup. Hopefully I'll try and fill in some gaps as I do this, but kind of get it done as fast as possibly says as he loses the FL keys demo button. But there we go. Right. So this is not to say you write songs like this consistently. This is just to say, music theory in itself can actually give you more options. People who say, oh, I don't want to learn music theory, as soon as you can hear one note shouldn't be in place, or you say to yourself, oh, that note didn't sound right, let me do that again, you applied music theory. So there's nothing wrong with music theory necessarily. It just seems like a burden. It's nothing but labels for the things that you already know. All right, okay. All that said, let's get our first sort of 4 notes. So I'm going to start off here on the F. Let's go up, down again, and to there. Okay, we'll copy that across. We'll move from here to here. Okay, so we're going to check that rollover. Okay, I'm happy with that. All right, so as a quick demo here, I'm going to turn the sound down at the top here. So as you can hear, I hit play. I cannot hear a thing. But hopefully when we complete this little process, you'll get a basic idea of what music theory offers you in the choice of questions, or answers. Oh, I'm stuck here. What do I do? I don't understand what notes I need here. Do I need this? Do I need that? Do I need the other? Let me just say for 90% of your queries, if you have one or more of these tools in your box, it becomes a lot easier to deal with issues when they do arise, and give yourself options for when the worst happens. Okay, I've created this file, little beat, can't seem to follow it up. What do I need to follow it up? Again, music theory in that sense. Let me keep this clock running here so you guys can see it. I'm not trying to fake anything. You guys can sort of say to yourself, okay, well, I'm doing this, I'm doing this, and I'm doing this. What space do I have left? And I'm like, well, music theory in itself will tell you, if you move a certain distance away from a certain note, it's going to give you a certain flavor, right? So let me just copy this again. Sorry, guys, a little bit distracted. Let's get this down here. Right, this is just so I can measure the notes here. So I'm just going to now take the rear note there and grab this. All right. So as I say, this is not necessarily about producing the best tune in the world here, guys. This is just literally saying, how much does music theory fill in the things that I need when it comes to writing music? So let's move this down to the C sharp. Here we go. I'm being super lazy about this. I'm trying to be as sort of as clear as possible so you guys can kind of follow along if you guys want to. It doesn't really matter what key you use, guys. You know what I mean? You can use any key you want to do, very, very simple kind of tunes or anything like that. You know what I mean? Is depending on the stylization of music that you're going for, obviously that really does have a large effect. I have no idea why this is down here, so we'll get rid of this. I don't know why I did this. Okay. And I made a mistake here again. I changed the upper C and not the lower C. So we'll just change those around. We'll put that up there and that up there, but we'll get rid of that and then oops, put that back there. All right, cool. So that's in. So again, sort of like what space can I use for the lead here? Well, to be honest, I'm just going to do like a really cheaty arpeggiation just to kind of play with things a little bit. So we'll go do, 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 do. Obviously, hit the key, miss one coming down. This one again. And we're going to have to come to here to the two missed ones, and then we should end up once again back on the F. And we keep going. All right. So this should go up, down, up, down, up, down. It's a very, very lazy kind of like progression. Don't think this is the next banger or anything like that, guys. Okay. So here we go. We got the basic kind of like sub rhythm going on here. This is going to be the bass note of your bass area. Do you know what I mean? You notice there's a difference between a sub layer and a bass layer because this is feeling in sound. So it should you should feel the sound. This is the sound that will give you your main rhythmic power. So right now, this would be suitable for something like a Reese or future bass kind of sound with a very simple bum, bum, ba, bum, 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 bum. Yeah, okay. Fill that in. There we go here. Get rid of that one. I've done it again. See, look, gone up to there when I should have gone down. There we go. And I'll just replace that C back up there. Derp. Okay. And when we come to the second time around here, I'm just going to double this note. Now you can double and step or whatnot, add your own sort of like flavor. As I say, this is not about producing a perfect tune. It's about saying these are just what I'm doing right now are all music theory options. So that's the only decisions I'm making is what music theory tells me to do. And what we should end up with is something that's coherent, not necessarily a great song, but you do this over and over again, you do it enough, you'll eventually know which ones work and which ones don't for you and for your style. Again, let me just play around with this. So we've had the sound off all this time, as you can see. It's not been doing anything. All I'm going to do is I'm going to hit play and we're just going to listen to it. You guys let me know. This is just music theory. Okay, so there you go. Quick demo on that. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. I just wanted to test out making a short video, some short form content, throwing it out there. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the demo. Leave a like and a comment. Let me know what you guys think. See you soon.